Hello, Kentucky fans. Could Tay Kinney be heading to Kentucky? Let's explore this possibility. But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up with all the latest news from the Wildcats. He has just received a scholarship offer from the Kentucky Wildcats, marking a significant moment for both him and the program under the leadership of Mark Pope. This young talent, now part of the highly coveted class of 2026, is already being recognized as one of the most promising basketball prospects in the state of Kentucky. He stands out not only for his skills, but also for his potential to shape the future of college basketball. Kinney has made enough of an impact to attract attention from several prestigious national basketball programs. His recent decision to transfer to Overtime Elite, a strategic move to enhance his skills against some of the top high school talent over the next 2 years, further underscores his commitment to elevating his game to new heights. Ranked among the top 50 consensus recruits, Kinney holds prominent positions in major recruiting evaluations: 49th overall by On3, 33rd by Rivals, 28th by ESPN, and an impressive 26th by 247 Sports. This consensus among evaluators highlights not only his technical prowess as a point guard, but also his tactical understanding of the game. Besides Kentucky, Kinney has received offers from several other schools competing for his commitment, including Louisville, Cincinnati, Notre Dame, Purdue, Illinois, Xavier, Ohio State, Arizona State, LSU, Villanova, and Oregon. The competition for his commitment is fierce, reflecting his undeniable value as an emerging elite player. However, the Wildcats' offer holds special significance. As a native of Newport, Kentucky, receiving an offer from the state's premier university is a milestone, much like other athletes who have joined the program before him. Kinney expressed his enthusiasm in a recent interview with Kentucky Sports Radio, where he spoke about the prestige associated with being recognized by the Wildcats. "This has always been an offer I wanted. Kentucky is the school in Kentucky. If you get that offer, you're the guy in Kentucky." His words not only reflect a sense of pride, but also the responsibility of living up to the expectations that come with such recognition. Under Mark Pope, the Wildcats continue to excel in identifying and developing local talent. Kinney's inclusion on Pope's radar for the class of 2026 is a testament to the program's ongoing focus on nurturing players who not only elevate the team's profile, but also have a deep connection to the local community. This approach not only builds a strong team on the court, but also strengthens the fan base and the legacy of Kentucky basketball, reinforcing the program's reputation as not just a powerhouse in college basketball, but an integral part of the state's sports culture. The future looks bright and full of potential for Tay Kinney. With the right support and guidance, he is well-positioned not only to meet, but potentially exceed the expectations now resting on his shoulders. Let's move forward. The impact of NIL on the NCAA has profoundly transformed the landscape of college basketball since it became legal in July 2021. In this new paradigm, the Kentucky Wildcats, under the leadership of Mark Pope, have firmly established themselves among the top programs that have effectively adapted to these changes, positioning themselves as a force to be reckoned with in recruiting for both basketball and football. Initially, the Wildcats had a slower start in fully embracing the potential of NIL due to a lack of clear regulations and comprehensive guidelines. However, over time, Kentucky ramped up their efforts, strategically aligning themselves to capitalize on the opportunities that NIL presents, not only to attract elite talent, but also to ensure that these young athletes are fairly compensated for their name, image, and likeness. A recent survey conducted by Gary Parrish and Matt Norlander, which included over 100 college basketball coaches, ranked Kentucky fourth among programs with the best NIL arrangements, receiving 25.3% of the votes. This highlights not only the program's rise in this new aspect of college sports, but also the acknowledgement from peers about how effectively Kentucky is navigating this new era. The Wildcats are in good company at the top of this list, with programs like Arkansas, Kansas, and BYU leading the way. However, It's Kentucky's increasingly sophisticated and proactive approach that is capturing attention, especially considering that Mark Pope came from BYU, a program also highly rated for its implementation of NIL strategies. The narrative surrounding NIL continues to evolve, with rumors and reports often inflating the figures involved. As highlighted in discussions among coaches, the numbers circulating can be astronomical, sometimes reaching millions, such as the reported $2.3 million offer from Washington to a player, followed by even higher offers from Kentucky and Louisville. This escalation in offered amounts reflects the intense competition among programs to secure the best talent, but also underscores the need for a balanced and informed perspective on what truly constitutes a beneficial and ethical NIL deal. When John Calipari moved to Arkansas and Kentucky brought in Mark Pope, the commitment of the Wildcats supporters to the program's success was clearly demonstrated through significant contributions to NIL funds, helping to establish a solid foundation for building a competitive team under Pope's new leadership. This transition has ensured the continuation of Kentucky's legacy of excellence. Looking ahead, Kentucky's role in the NIL landscape seems not only promising but also crucial for maintaining its prominent position in college basketball. Let's keep moving forward with what works. Speaking of Braylon Mullins, a four-star point guard who has quickly become one of the most coveted players in the class of 2025. Mullins is on the brink of making a decision that could not only shape his future, but also the future of the program that secures his talent. At this crucial moment, the Kentucky Wildcats, under the leadership of Coach Mark Pope, are in a strong position to potentially secure his commitment. Mullins' journey so far has been remarkable. Ranked as the 26th best player in his class by the On3 composite rankings, there are expectations that he could be elevated to five-star status as his high school career progresses. His skill set as a point guard makes him a valuable asset for any team, with a special ability to control the game and make clutch plays under pressure, traits that make him extremely attractive to elite programs. Mullins' recruiting journey has included official visits to some of the top college basketball programs, such as Indiana, Michigan, North Carolina, and Tennessee. However, Kentucky has the honor of hosting Mullins' final official visit, scheduled for the weekend of October 25th. This visit could be crucial, as it offers the Wildcats the last opportunity to impress Mullins and solidify their position as his ideal choice. The involvement of Malachi Moreno, the only current commitment for the Wildcats class, highlights Kentucky's community-focused approach to recruiting. Moreno, clearly committed not just to his own journey but to the program, has pledged to do his part in ensuring that Mullins joins him at Kentucky. This camaraderie and collective effort could be deciding factors, especially in an environment where chemistry and mutual support are as highly valued as individual talent. Hosting the last visit of a recruit is often seen as a significant advantage. The so-called recency bias could work in Kentucky's favor, allowing Coach Mark Pope's team to make a lasting impression that could be pivotal in Mullins' decision. With Mullins' decision window set to close between October 25th and November 26th, the tension and anticipation are palpable for both the player and the programs involved. Securing Mullins' commitment would not only bolster Kentucky's already impressive roster of talent, but also serve as a testament to the positive impact that Mark Pope has had since his arrival. And undoubtedly, Pope is doing a great job. Jackson Robinson, the talented point guard who transferred from BYU to the Kentucky Wildcats, brings with him not only exceptional skills but also high expectations for the 2024-25 season. Leading BYU in scoring last season with an average of 14.2 points per game and a notable 35.4% shooting from three-point range, Robinson is now poised to become a key player in Coach Mark Pope's system at Kentucky. The forecast that Robinson could emerge as one of the top 5 players in the SEC is not only bold but also deeply rooted in a realistic assessment of his growth and potential impact on his new team. Often compared to Antonio Reeves, particularly in terms of playing style, Robinson is positioned to make a similar leap to the one Reeves experienced between his first and second years in Lexington. If Reeves is any indication, we might be on the verge of seeing Robinson transition from a promising player to a conference star. The claim that he could finish second, behind only Mark Sears in the SEC Player of the Year voting, places Robinson in elite company. This would imply he would be surpassing formidable opponents like Johnny Broome, Wade Taylor IV, and Walter Clayton Jr., all recognized as standout talents in their own right and key pieces for their team's success. If Robinson can indeed reach this level of performance, he would not only elevate his own profile but also significantly bolster Kentucky's competitive standing in the SEC. Robinson's familiarity with Pope's system, gained during his time at BYU, is an invaluable advantage. This prior experience eliminates the typical learning curve associated with transitioning to a new program, allowing him to integrate more smoothly and contribute immediately to the Wildcats. This advantage, combined with his proven scoring ability and tactical understanding of the game, makes the prediction that he could average 20 points per game this season highly plausible. Beyond the on-court expectations, Robinson's future also looks bright with regard to his professional prospects. A standout season could secure his spot as an All-American candidate and for the SEC Player of the Year award, and it could significantly boost his stock for the NBA draft. With an elite performance in 2024-25, Robinson stands a strong chance of being considered for a first-round selection, a testament not only to his talent and hard work, but also to the quality of development and preparation that Kentucky continues to provide its players under Coach Mark Pope. Many are excited about his role and the spotlight he's getting under Pope's leadership with this team.
Recently, Sage Dawson, the 4A Player of the Year from Kentucky and state champion with Boyle County, has joined the Kentucky Wildcats. This addition comes at a crucial moment as the team prepares intensively for their home debut at Kroger Field against the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. Initially committed to the Air Force to compete in both football and baseball, Dawson decided to stay closer to home, bringing his versatile talent to Lexington as a walk-on. His performance last season was remarkable, playing both quarterback and cornerback. On offense, Dawson impressed with a completion rate of 70.6%, accumulating 2,509 yards and 29 touchdowns. On the ground, he added 385 yards and 4 touchdowns, showcasing his agility and game vision. Defensively, he contributed with 24 total tackles and 2.5 tackles for loss, demonstrating his skills in multiple facets of the game. Although Dawson wasn't widely recognized as a major recruit, ranked as a 2-star prospect and 20th in Kentucky by 247 Sports, his decision to stay in Kentucky highlights the appeal of the Wildcats program and the draw of playing in front of a local crowd. Additionally, his high school experience and achievements, including the 4A Player of the Year title, suggest he is a natural competitor and exceptional athlete whose presence could prove significant for the Wildcats in the coming seasons. Dawson's move to the Wildcats is emblematic of Kentucky's strategy to cultivate local talent, an approach that not only strengthens the team's connection with its fan base but also fosters a culture of loyalty and passion for the sport within the state. His addition could offer new strategic options for the coach, especially given his proven ability in multiple positions on the field. The BBN should be excited about football. The arrival of Sage Dawson is exciting news, adding a local narrative to the upcoming season. It will be interesting to see how he integrates with the team and what impact he can have as Kentucky looks to start their 2024 campaign with a home victory. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. When we talk about Dion Walker and Maxwell Hairston, 2 standout players from the Kentucky Wildcats, we're looking at potential first-round NFL draft picks. This would not only be a significant milestone for each player individually, but also a historic achievement for the Kentucky football program. The last time Kentucky had 2 first-round picks was back in 1977, which highlights the magnitude of what Walker and Hairston are on the brink of achieving. Walker, with his impressive size and mobility, is already viewed as a likely first-round selection, barring any unexpected developments. His dominant performance on the defensive line, averaging 56 defensive snaps per game in 2023, underscores not only his skill but also his durability and consistency. On the other hand, Hairston, playing as a cornerback, is also drawing attention with his aggressive play style and defensive skills. Hairston's ability to change games with interceptions, including 5 last season, 2 of which he returned for touchdowns, places him in a favorable position to climb even higher on draft boards, especially if he continues to lead the SEC in interceptions. Dane Brugler from the Athletic projects Walker as a 17th overall pick, reflecting his defensive impact and the difficulty opposing offenses have in planning plays against him. The game against Georgia on September 14th will be a crucial indicator for NFL scouts, providing an opportunity to see Walker face one of the nation's most robust defensive lines. Hairston, meanwhile, is projected by Brugler as the 32nd pick, putting him on the cusp of the first round. His competitive mindset and high-level performance make him an ideal candidate for the NFL transition next year. Additionally, other analysts, such as Field Yates from ESPN, have Walker slightly lower in the draft, projected as the 20th pick for the New York Jets, reflecting a slightly more conservative view of his potential. If Walker and Hairston deliver a memorable 2024 season, it will be monumental for Kentucky and their careers. For the Wildcats and their fans, seeing these players achieve such prominence in the NFL draft would be a powerful testament to the growth and competitiveness of the program under Mark Stoops' leadership, a true source of pride and inspiration for current and future players. What's your take? Comment below.